Hello and welcome to the stream. I'm Kilniath and I invite you to join me as we escape from the mundanity of reality and dive into the world of Myst Masterpiece Edition. Something a little bit different. Welcome in, Jet Black Sheep, good to see you. Or maybe if it's too late, yeah. Time zone's going to be time zoning. But yes, welcome in everybody. Today we are doing something completely different. Though still on brand, because Priest can't be with us this week. Not for anything bad. There's a birthday, so it's good. So we're not doing his usual abiotic factor stream. But somebody in a stream the other day, I think it was Martin. I think it was in Martin's stream actually, mentioned that he'd never played Myst. And I found that rather amusing because his username is play any good books lately. And if you stick around and watch, you'll see why I found it amusing. But yeah, Myst is a game that absolutely absorbed me into it, especially like the expanded lore of all the Myst games and some additional books that came out and stuff like that. I can't remember when it was exactly. It was probably something that did run on my tiny little netbook at the time, so probably around the time I first played Morrowind. And it's a point-and-click adventure game. The original version was released in 1993, so it's actually younger than me. But it's still allowed to drink. And interestingly enough, there are 5 versions of Myst, like the first Myst game. So there is the original Myst. Good luck getting that to run on anything modern. There is this version, which is Myst Masterpiece Edition, which got an update today that made it run on Linux better. So that's why I'm running this version of the game rather than the Switch version. There is then Real Myst, which is like a 3D recreation, but the main guy behind Myst kind of went on record saying it wasn't quite how they wanted it to be. Then there was Real Myst Masterpiece Edition, just to confuse things further, which is closer to what they were trying to get. Both versions of Real Myst are actually 3D, whereas this one is 2D. And then there's a 2020 remake, I believe using the Unreal Engine, so it's all fancy and pretty and nice looking and everything. And yeah, you've got lots of choice. If you ask me what version I'd recommend, I like old school games, so I would personally say this one, because this is the one I played when I first played Myst. But the 3D ones are really good, and there is even a VR version as well. If anyone's got an Oculus Quest 2, or probably 3 as well, there is a VR version that's full 3D, and that is really, really cool, actually. But yeah, there's 5 games in the Myst series, point-and-click adventure games. Now, Jet Black, you might be able to help me here, because the only downside to this Myst Masterpiece Edition is the audio is a little crusty. So it may be that we start this and it turns out that it's awful to stream and everybody's phone speakers are crackling and all kinds of horrible stuff like that. In which case, I do have the Switch plugged in, so I should, with a minimal amount of pain, be able to flick over to that version. But I will click New Game and let the introduction cutscene play out. Hey, standing by, good. I really need to know. This may be awful.
I realized the moment I fell into the fissure that the book would not be destroyed as I had planned. It continued falling into that starry expanse of which I had only a fleeting glimpse. I've tried to speculate where it might have landed. I must admit, however, such conjecture is futile. Still, questions about whose hands might one day hold my Myst book are unsettling to me. I know my apprehensions might never be allayed, and so I close, realizing that perhaps the ending has not yet been written.
There we go. So if you could understand any of that, it was peaking repeatedly, and it's still peaking. I might actually have to... Oh, shit. Oh, that's paused. That's fine. I might just have to lower the volume a little bit. Stick it to, like, 72 or so. See if it stops. Right, it's only just going into the orange now, so that should be better. Seems alright to me so far. Good. Now the question was, could you hear what he was saying? Because unfortunately there are no subtitles, and even I find it difficult to hear what he's saying. Yeah, probably helped. So basically, this person who we don't know who it is has said that he's dropped his linking book, his Myst book, into a fissure, hoping it would be destroyed, but he didn't realise it may not be the end of the story. And we are presumably a human, presumably on Earth, having seen a random book fall out of the sky on a starry night. So, in all good point and click adventure fashion, we point and we click. And this should... This is the actual Myst book. This isn't a glitch, by the way, this whole it freezing here. This is the only book that does it. I don't know why it does it, but here we go. Main theme. I love this theme as well. And the music audio looks to be doing alright. Oh, I've got shivers. I love that theme so much. But yeah, we've discovered this strange book, and upon opening it, there is a panel that is animated, kind of like, you know, Harry Potter stuff. And if we place our hand on that panel, we hear a distinct swooshing sound, and we are now inside that book. We are inside the first age of Myst. Oh, and there's a seagull up there. I didn't notice that before. That's cool. So yeah, this is an old school point and click adventure. Click towards the screen edges to rotate and look around and such. And we start off on this dock with like a ship half sunk into the river. Click on directions ahead to move ahead. There's a weird lever here. Why not push it up? What's the worst that can happen? There's a cool looking big cog up there and another little lever box. So click that up as well. I can remember some of the puzzles on this, but not all of them. And there's a piece of paper here. So this is why I think this would be a good game for Martin to do, because we do have lots of reading in this game. So Atris is saying, Catherine, I've left for you a message of utmost importance in our forechamber beside the dock. Enter the number of marker switches on this island into the imager to retrieve the message. Yours, Atris. So, there is some kind of weird chamber next to the dock. So if we come back down to the dock, there is this weird thing here, and it's a door. So we can go on in, and there is a cool machine thing here with a button on it. And now it looks like we've turned it off. But if we go to leave and turn round, there's a little something there. And we can see it's a dimensional imager. So setting 40 is the topographical extrusion test. Setting 67 is the water turbulent pool. Setting 47 is the marker switch diagram. And it's a bit hard to see, but there is a little button here. So we can actually change these numbers. Press that. And that should change this to now show the marker diagram. So these are the marker switches. And we need to find out how many of these are on the island. So we've flicked 2 switches already. So if we head back out here... God, it's so cool to be playing this again. I haven't played it in years. So there's a third one. And there's a weird little building here with like a dentist chair. And I can tell you for a fact I won't remember how to do whatever puzzle this is related to, because I remember finding it very difficult. But if we sit in the dentist chair... Not that it's, you know, a trap or dangerous or anything. Don't worry, it's not that kind of game. But there's a thing here with dates on it. And we can adjust all these to get various dates. But if we press the button, it doesn't look to be doing anything. But again, as we go to leave, there is a button. And now, if we sit back in the chair, we can see that it's showing the stars, like the view of the stars from that particular date. So that's probably going to come in relevant at some point. But right now, I have no idea what that's for. There's some kind of big library building there. we'll leave that alone for now. Although I could see a marker switch there in the distance. So if we head over here towards this rocket ship, very random. There we go, that should be the 4th one, I think. Got some weird electrical pylons here as well, leading to the rocket ship, so that's probably important. There's lots of strange boxes here. Oh. That we can turn on. And a model of the ship. So I mean, I do know this already, but yeah, there is a puzzle here that will raise the ship. There's another marker box there, so that should be 5? Question mark. Got some birds hopping around. Yeah, the interesting thing is this version of the game, obviously it looks quite crusty and old. It is actually in 24-bit colour. The original was only in like 16-bit colour or something like that. So that should be marker switch 6. We won't go in there as of yet. There's another marker switch there that we can't actually reach on this clock with a cog. So the cog is kind of a hint. I think that's related to the big giant cog. Oh wait, no, that's marker switch 7, isn't it, actually? Yeah, because there's that one there. That turned on. Yeah, 7. Oh, and there we go. There's 8. Some of the time it's a bit awkward to navigate on this version. This is some kind of weird boiler room with a tree or something. Oh, and a safe. So we'll have to find a code to that safe. I think, can't we? Ah, yeah, we could. So here's a tree in a thing. So that boiler room is related to this tree in some way, shape or form. So we'll go back up the path. So there should be 8 marker boxes on the island. So if we go back down to the dock and into the dimensional imager, we can now press this, and we should be able to put in 08. There we go. Let's see what it has to say. The message for Catherine.
Catherine, my love, I have to leave quickly. Something terrible has happened. It's hard for me to believe. Most of my books have been destroyed. Catherine, it's one of our
very
sons.
Distressed.
I suspect Achenar, but I shouldn't leap to conclusions. I'll find him and Sirius as well.
So his sons are called Achenar and
I should
Sirius.
have known better than to have left my library unchecked for so long. Well, I've removed the remaining undamaged books from the library and placed them in their places of protection. You shouldn't have to use the books until I return. But if you've forgotten the access keys, remember the tower rotation. Oh, and don't worry, Catherine. Everything will be fine. I'll see you shortly. Oh, wait, and erase this message after you viewed it, just to be safe.
Well, she didn't erase the message, did she? But yeah, it sounds like he's left his library unchecked and his 2 sons, Atreus and Sirius, have burned his books, or destroyed most of them. Now, we already know that books can be portals to other worlds, so having them be destroyed is kind of a bad thing. So if we go check out the library, it mentioned to remember the tower rotation to get the books in their places of protection. And in here, that's where we've just come from. So we've got a map on the wall. We've got a red book and a red page next to it. So if we try to access this book, there's a very staticky panel on there, which we won't get anything out of. Yeah, just goes black and loops. But if we, excuse me, if we pick up this red page and stick it in the book, we get another awesome noise. And this time, I'm me. Who are you?
Bring me your red. I can't see.
So he can't see us, but he wants us to bring him a red page. And I can't really tell what he said there.
I am serious.
So he's serious.
Even up. There is one thing I want. Rest.
Yeah, I do think the audio balancing could have done with a little bit of work. But yeah, that is Sirius inside that book. He's asked us to bring him more red pages because he can't see us, and with all the static and everything he can barely communicate. On the opposite end, we have a blue book. So if we stick the blue page in and we have a look at this one.
Serious?
I've always loved that little scene. Serious? Who are you? He can't see us either. He said his name is Agana.
Help me.
He wants us to help him.
Blue pages. Never.
Don't know what he said there. And I think he just fist bumped his chest.
Blue page. Come to me.
And that's all he had to say. So yeah, we know that somebody has burned the books in the library. We can see on this bookshelf here, there are lots of destroyed books, although some are actually intact. And Atreus suspects it's one of his sons, either Sirius in the red book or Atreus in the blue book. So we have a mystery. A Myst mystery. So if we look at this map here, Atreus mentioned about the tower rotation, and believe me, I'm pretty sure I had to Google this back when I first played the game. But by activating those little switches around the island, all these outlines of the various buildings have come up. So if we now click here on this little glowy thing, we can actually rotate the tower, and it stops on various locations. So I think we'll go to the rocket ship first, because rocket ships are cool. So we just heard some mechanical movement. And then if I can get in the right position, there we go. So you can see these two paintings on the wall as well. That one shows essentially what's behind us, the open doorway. Whereas this one on the left seems to show a staircase where this bookshelf is. So if we click on that, it actually changes and shows us a secret passage. And it does actually lock us in as well, so that's now shut, the entrance. So if we go through here towards where the tower was on the map, we've got a nice rattly looking lift that I would not step inside. I love the way they did some of these animations where you can tell it's like a PNG just wiping across the screen. On the remakes of this game, they are like fully 3D modelled and stuff, so it is rather cool. But I think there's a level of charm to how old this is. So we can go up this ladder and have a look at what the tower's pointing at, which is the ship. And there is something on the other side there. Hey, welcome in, Ellie. How are you? Sup? Thank you for the hydrate. We are point and click puzzling today in not the original Myst, because good luck getting that running, but this is the second version of Myst out of 5 versions that exist. So yeah, hopefully it's not too crusty, don't look and sound too awful, because it is a bit rough. And we've got a little placard here saying 59 volts. So we've pointed the tower at the rocket ship, and this is almost, well, it says 59 volts. If we go back down the ladder and turn around, there is a key symbol. So the inference is this is the key to this puzzle. The key is 59 volts. Unless yeah, it is 59. I thought I'd instantly forgot it then. Sent you a DM on Discord letting you know what my trade Pokemon nicknames are. You're such a child. I'll see if I can open that on my phone, because with this being such an old game, if I flick to my other screen, it just goes black, which is a bit weird. Let's have a look at what your trade Pokemon names are. These are the ones that you said you named cruelly. To do the Ingram trades, you need a Nidoran male, a Nidorino, and a Spearow. And their names are... yeah, okay, I can see why you DM'd me them names. I mean, I do swear on this channel, so... Oh god, Spunklolly, Cumstim, MN, and Peckerhead. Oh dear. Oh dear. Poor Pokemon. They're going to be traumatized for life. You do realise that, right? Right, do I remember my volts? 59 volts. Fingers crossed. Let's head back out of the tower. And we need to try and figure out a way to open up this rocket ship using the information 59 volts. And I remember this puzzle being quite fiddly and annoying. So hopefully it's not fiddly and annoying. So we're locked in here, but if we go back to the other painting that shows the open door, bit of magic, bit of a magic touch. You're so ashamed as comes in the Nidorino is legitimately your best Pokemon at the moment. Well, you know, you can keep it hanging around for now. So here's the rocket ship. It's closed. Can't open it, but we do have these power lines. So if we head... How do we... Ah, here we go. Here we go. Climb up this ladder. We'll do that. As far as I'm aware, that like resets the breakers. I don't know if you need to do that to start off with. Oh god. Getting a bit turned around. Navigation is... Oh. Yeah, I was saying, navigation is admittedly a little weird on this version. Can we get down there? Go a bit further over. Oh, where's it gone? Can't see it. I don't know how to get to that one. Oh! Where the hell am I now? Okay, apparently I got there. So let's do that. No idea how I got there. But yeah, there's only 2 fuses, so if we head into where the cables are leading us... I've always loved this sound effect heading down these stairs. It reminds me of Jak and Daxter. Jak and Daxter has a lot of like clanging metallic sounds in the first game. Also, that background music when you were near those ladders was really familiar. Music? I don't think I... Wasn't it just this bird song? This noise here. The sound of winds and chirps. I mean, the chirps are no doubt stock sound effects, but I've just loved this bit. Where the vault sign was. Oh, in the library, right. I mean, to be fair, I think a lot of YouTubers have used sound effects from Myst in videos. Alright, so we've got a row of generators and a bunch of buttons that we have no idea what they do, and a goal of 59 volts. So what I'm going to do, I think, if I press escape and save, there we go. We can save it just in case in case it crashes, because, you know, with it being a game from 1993 that got patched yesterday to run on Linux, it's running pretty darn well. So that gives us 10 volts. That gives us 7. That gives us 8, 16, 5, 1. A single vault. I'm watching my audio monitor because these are very noisy. 22, 19, 9. 22 plus that. 48, 1, 10. Well, hey, I did that. It wasn't that easy when I first attempted this puzzle. If you go over, the fuses blow and you've got to go back out and reset them. Oh, look, there's a handy label there telling you what's what. Abby, what is the Fortnite map code? It's just MYST. But good luck playing it. Oh, you know what? It'd be so cool if somebody recreated Myst Island in Fortnite or something. But yeah, welcome in. We're playing a point-and-click adventure game from 1993 today, because friend of the channel Martin, his username is Play Any Good Books lately, and he hasn't played this game. And we are literally inside a book. We started off by finding a strange book that fell out of the sky and touching a panel inside of it that warped us here. Just saw you going to stream Jet Black Sheep from around Overlook. Nice! Yeah, Jet Black has been playing both Morrowind and... well, hey, Open Sesame. He's been playing Morrowind and doing some hella skillful stuff in Elden Ring. Right, what the dickens do we have here? What does this do? It plays music. Okay, and we've got an organ. Still got it. Still remember that song. Little Chinese lanterns. Fuck's sake. Don't remember Happy Birthday. Hold on, I'll get a DMCA strike if I do that, won't I? Best be careful. Somebody copyrighted the birthday song. So yeah, we've got a piano, and we've got a weird machine that lets us sequence some notes. So the musically inclined among us will know, we'll probably be guessing we have to find a particular song. So if we head back in the library, we have got some of these books that are intact. So first one here, let's have a look. I have called this age Channel Wood. Now, I've got a bit of advanced knowledge having completed this in the past, so I know that Channel Wood is not the place we're heading to at the moment. So let's try this one. Emmett was the first to live on the rocks. He named them the rocks because that is what they were, a group of shark rocks clustered together in the middle of a large sea. This was where Emmett lived. He enjoyed his life. I think they lost the copyright a couple of years ago. It expired. Way! We can all sing Happy Birthday. Emmett would occasionally swim to nearby rocks as it was never too far of a distance. One day, another person appeared on the rocks for no apparent reason to Emmett. Emmett named this new person Branch. Emmett and Branch quickly became friends, swimming and hunting for fish together often. Emmett showed Branch the simple cave in which he lived on the largest rock. Soon, Branch discovered a place where he decided to live, also on the same large rock. The sun always shone brightly in their world, and the water was always dazzlingly clear, allowing them to see almost to the deep ocean floor which surrounded them. Though the sun always shone, it was never too hot for the boys. A light breeze always came from the north and cooled the area down. One day, while Branch was swimming and having fun in the water, he noticed another boy swimming. Branch brought the new boy to Emmett to find out what to call the new boy. Emmett said the boy should be called Will. He's very creative at these names, isn't he? First guy he calls Branch. Who calls someone Branch? And then it's like, actually, you know what? That was a bit out there. I'll call this next guy Will. Will's a bit more sensible. Will was soon a part of the group, and all three of the boys swam and enjoyed their perfect world. At least that is the story I was told when I arrived today on the island. Emmett, Branch and Will were surprised to see me at first, but even before the night ended, we were all becoming good friends. Today, the second day on this newly created age, a strange thing happened. It was not strange to me, but the three boys did not understand what was happening. While I was relaxing under a large tree, one of the smaller rock islands, it began to rain. It was a nice rain that lasted for about an hour in the morning. I explained to the boys that the rain was not harmful, yet they obviously still feared it. So these boys have never seen rain. Woo, Myst! Yeah. Have you played Myst? Have you played Myst? Have you played Myst yourself, Priest? I explained to the boys that the rain was not harmful, yet they obviously still feared it. Before going to sleep tonight, I told the boys I would leave the following day. I told them that while I was gone, I would make a surprising change in their world. They didn't understand, not that I expected them to. I've done like approximately one puzzle and now stuck. Oh yes, sorry, yeah, you got the Switch version, didn't you? Yeah, this is the old crusty original version, or as close to the original version as is possible these days. They actually patched it yesterday to work under Linux better, so I figured why not go crusty. But yeah, we've learned that, in fact, I'm probably going to spoil half of this for you. But you can go in multiple directions, to be fair. I've picked a particular world for a particular reason. But yeah, I still do not fully understand what happened today. I was experimenting with the art, testing the limits of the rules as dictated to me by Father. Now this is a bunch of lore building that you really won't get the answers to and the understanding of. But it sounds like, I'll make like a loose interpretation here, but it sounds like it's Atreus who's writing this book and is explaining how he is able to change the world that those three boys are in. So he's experimenting with the art and testing the limits of the rules as dictated to him by his father. You'll be lurking? No worries, lurks are always appreciated. I attempted to create a boat by writing it into the world, so he's writing it into the book. I thought everything was planned correctly, yet somehow the boat had become gripped by the rock and broken in half. Although this test did not turn out as I had hoped, I now have answers to a few of the questions my father never answered. As for the boat, I can see the boys enjoy it anyway, and with that I am pleased. They have played on it all day. Even though the boat cannot move, I have enjoyed studying from it. It is a much sturdier platform than the jagged rocks. In the course of my observations, I have learned some very interesting things regarding the solar system of this age. So the world within the book is referred to as an age. So, section 2, I've got a picture of a submersible lamp. The nights are absolutely beautiful here. I have made note of and named a number of constellations that pass above me. Also, during the night, I catch glimmers of light from the horizon, which I have not been able to discover if it is created by some natural phenomenon or by additional people on far-off islands or rocks. I should very much like to discover which. I rather suspect it is additional people, which would explain the appearance of Branch and Will. The rain today was slightly heavier than usual. Just when the boys were getting used to the light rains, a small storm arrived. They were frightened of the heavier rain, not to mention the thunder and lightning. If rain has never fallen here until recently, as the boys tell me, I would like to discover why it is falling now. Hey, Dotagoma has evolved into War Turtle. That is good news indeed. Yeah, apologies, there is a lot of reading in this game, which is why I said it would be perfect for Martin. But hopefully I tick some box somewhere for somebody who likes some weird ASMR context or something. Regardless, I have decided to return home for a short while. I have also been thinking of some plans for a lighthouse that I hope to construct soon. I think that perhaps by shining a bright light towards the horizon, it might prove my suspicions regarding additional inhabitants. They would be curious about the light and travel to discover its source if they have the means. And we've got a nice little drawing of the lighthouse there. Now, I'm going to pause here a sec and just kind of... don't know if this is... oh, okay, so we've got some constellations here, along with some symbols. So that's the dentist chair we saw earlier. I don't think this is related to the world that we're kind of opening up, so I'm going to leave that book there, move on to the next one. It's been a while since I have heard only silence. In fact, I might as well just double check the hints. Right, hold on. There's a picture of a rocket. This must be the right book. Right, we'll start with this one. It has been a while since I've heard only silence, and I enjoy it greatly, I think. For some reason, I do not feel altogether welcome in this new world in which I have arrived. But how could I be unwelcome in an age with no inhabitants? It is, of course, only in my head. This world is very beautiful, but I think I've yet to ever write in a journal that an age I have linked to is horrid or disgusting. From the grassy hill where I am standing, I can see green fields below, along with a few scattered forests. A rather large lake looms some distance from where I am standing, yet the water's blue can be seen plainly from here. The air is fresh, and the sky is sparkled with white clouds. It is absolutely breathtaking, and yet that strange feeling again. Perhaps it is the hot breeze that continues to blow from the north, hotter than I would have imagined. It almost singes my skin, and I feel quite uncomfortable when it comes. I will try to ignore it. Night has almost arrived, and the sunset is spectacular. Oranges and reds have settled above the western horizon. Though night has come, the horizon still glows red, long past the sunset. Dark reds flow from the horizon and blend into the black sky. Again, the feeling. I am beginning to believe it is not all in my mind. I must sleep now. I will need my strength to explore more tomorrow. Break. I have had to return home due to an unpredictable natural occurrence more frightening than I've ever experienced. I was awakened by terrible shakings in the ground and explosions on all sides of me. Gigantic balls of fire were raining from the sky, and I immediately left in fear for my life. I must remember to bring a Myst linking book with me when I return, in case the one left there has been destroyed or damaged. I've returned to a different world than the one I left only 3 months ago. It's been transformed into a barren desert land, with only gigantic craters scattered across the land to provide variety. Strangely enough, the small grassy hill where I spent my first night remains exactly the way I found it. Apparently, the falling meteors did not hit this area, leaving an oasis in the midst of this horrible desolation. The hot wind, I remember, has turned into a rather pleasant breeze, which is at least one improvement. I fear it is the only improvement. The magnificent lake I saw on my first visit is now completely dried up. However, another lake now exists and appears to be quite a bit larger. I assume one of the falling meteors created this lake due to its circular shape and the jutting rock that grows out of the centre of the lake. The rest of this world seems like desert, although I will verify that statement with closer inspection. Though this world has little visual excitement to offer, it offers much to the ears. Sounds constantly flow through my ears, and I have found where a few of them originate. It seems, as Catherine says, I do find beauty in everything. Last night I was awakened by a horrible hissing. I was sweating, and the heat was so intense that I immediately dipped my head in a nearby stream to cool it down. The hot breezes had returned, along with a low roar from the ground. I walked a short distance to observe some red flames shooting up from the earth. Suddenly, the ground began to crack, and a huge chasm opened. The chasm continued to grow until it was far too wide to cross. Then the tumult subsided, leaving only a dull roar. That's a cool word, tumult. I've decided, however, I can use the chasm to my advantage. Perhaps the heat from the chasm can be harnessed. I've got another diagram there showing some kind of geothermal energy thing. Even as the chasm has ripped into the surface of this world, it has opened up a whole new world to explore. Although uncomfortably hot, I found it possible to reach a cave in the chasm that had been created, and have now explored deep into the crust of this planet. I have found vast underground cave system that will take many years to map and explore. I will also look for a safer way to reach the underground than through the chasm wall. This age seems to change on its own, so I feel I should leave again and see if things are different when I return. It is also important that I check on Sirius and Akanar and make sure everything is going along well. When I return, I hope to also bring to hope. Wow. I also hope to bring back some tools I will need for my plans to explore the underground. The abundance of raw materials here is beginning to amaze me. I've returned with some of the complex tools I knew I would be needing. I assumed I would have to return for more basic materials, however it seems as though I will be able to find everything I need here. Of course iron is abundant, but I've also found titanium occurring naturally. I am all the more excited to begin work. Everything is set and I look forward to tomorrow. My I'm so good at reading, promise. My raw materials are all here. I think I will be able to have most of my additions to this age completed within 1 year. I so love working with my hands, whether writing or building. And then the rest is smudged. So we can see, well, and I have decided with some kind of clockwise contraption of some sort. Some kind of audio device, like a radar dish or something. 3 meters is not enough support for something something. Amazingly strong. And then a picture of the rocket ship. To be one of my most prized inventions, I am something something extremes. Would never have imagined it to come together. I doubt. Could possibly work with 14 instead of blank. Completely fatigued, I am so happy to have blank. I am leaving today in order to bring back Sirius and Akana. I have left them alone in Channelwood. I believe they will enjoy all there is to see here. The age seems to have stabilised. I believe the meteors set off a period of volcanic activity by piercing into the shallow crust, but the tremors have become few. I have just noticed that a large amount of this journal has curiously vanished from the very pages on which I wrote over the last 18 months. Fortunately, I have copied many of my construction notes in another journal. I do not understand the many mysteries of this world, but I trust I will discover logical answers to my questions. I have a feeling that many of my questions can be answered in another age, to which I hope to travel soon. But for now, I must simply accept this world's mysteries and take pride in my accomplishments. And we have a picture of a piano. Update. CD has only done 2 hand-picked reviews and I'm now on the wheel with 55 others. Wow. I'm surprised you haven't done 3. That's... See, I do think, like, maybe they shouldn't have been accepting additional submissions. Because, you know, somebody who's been waiting since the last one, anyone who now adds the name to the bin, it kind of reduces the chances. But, you know, he runs it the way he runs it for a reason. But yeah, we've got a piano reel here, so we can see that a C, I think it's a C, if I remember my piano. C is 1, C, D, E, F, F is 4, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, so another C is 2, D sharp is 3, and then if that's C, B, A sharp, or B flat, depending on how you want to interpret it, it's 5. I'm not going to fucking remember this, jeez. C, C, B sharp, C, D, E, F. F is 4. So, C, octave up C, B sharp, F, B flat. Okay. Let's try remember that. Let's make our way back to the ship. So here's the piano. So it's right, C, D, E, F. Da, 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 da. That, I think. C, D, E, F. So what we need to do is put these notes on the sequencer, so... There's a C. Second note. Upper octave C. And... there we go. It's like tuning a guitar. Can you play Fight with Seema from Final Fantasy X? Now, unfortunately, I haven't played Final Fantasy X. I might be able to do like... Where's a good... There we go. We've got like... Final Fantasy 1. Fucking love that battle theme. Right, so we had C, C... there we go. Do Crazy Train. I was just listening to that earlier. It has some insane keyboard that sounds like this. Yeah. The Final Fantasy the Final Fantasy music is just amazing. Although I must say, I've been watching everybody play Claire Obscura, and fucking hell, the music on that is cool as well. Right, so the next note should be this one. I was so out of tune vocally then. Yeah, that should be it. And the last one is this. Here we go. Let's see if we've done it. Oh. Hey! I know some music. So we have a new linking book in there. And this is showing us the new age. The one that Atris wrote about. That soundtrack is incredible. Yeah, it really is. I've watched Addy, Irritable Indian. He's oh, here we go. He's been doing some of the last bosses and even the last boss theme. Like, it's got like French screamo vocals, which is just amazing. Oh, that's interesting actually. This linking book, we've actually got static on it. So when he mentioned that the land was changing, it's interesting that it's getting a bit of static on it, as if the book's becoming corrupted or something. So we are somewhere new. Oh, we can't use this piano. That sucks. Welcome to a new age. Oh, you're referring to 10. Yeah. The Claire Obscure one sounded great too when I've watched it. It's hella impressive. I've played a brief bit of 10 myself. Honestly, the whole blitzball thing. I'm not a sporty person, I don't know if you can tell. But the whole blitzball thing kind of yeah. I was like, I'll play through some of the older games first, but I have heard it is really, really good, like gameplay wise. So we have another noise puzzle here. It's playing like wind. Or one of those tubes that you turn upside down. Or a train. Electric. That's like Quake 2 explosions. A whistle. A rumble. Clock. Some kind of machine. And some water. So we need to figure out the code, the audio code for that door, it seems. Blitzball is interesting. I always just skipped it in the past. I finally learned how to beat the team in the story tournament this most recent playthrough. But it's not so bad once you recruit better players. I just never cared much about it. Oh, I didn't know Blitzball was something that was actually playable, to be honest. I literally started the game, didn't like Tidus as a main character because of the whole Blitzball thing, and then, like, spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't played the first, like, hour of Final Fantasy X, but something happens, you get teleported somewhere else, you do a bit of fighting, then you find Waka, is it, I think, and he's also talking about Blitzball and stuff all the time, and then you go to this place and there's a woman there, and yeah, that's as far as I got. I kind of felt like I was being rushed along in the introduction to the game, and I was just like, fucking hell, my mind can't take all this in. Just feeling very hectic. You don't really care for Tidus either. Still love the game overall. Yeah, one of these days I will give it a good... Oh look, Section Skyler's playing Phantasy Star 2. Why am I getting Steam? Oh, I'm on Steam, that's why. Is there a way to do... it should be fine. Nobody minds. I don't know if there's a way to do not disturb on Steam notifications. Yeah, I can't... Oh, no, I can get the Steam overlay. Oh, it's broken. Oh, it's actually broken. Oh no. Don't try and turn the Steam overlay on a 1999 game. Why can't I go back? There we go. I just tabbed out and back in. He also pronounced his name correctly, which is interesting. I always thought it was pronounced like Tidus. I think I've played Kingdom Hearts, the first one. What does this do? I've played the first Kingdom Hearts, and I'm pretty sure they say Tidus on that. Well, we'll leave it turned on. Oh, what's that? So this is like the sound of water we just heard on the code thing. Oh, hold on. No, go back. There was a piece of paper there. Wasn't there? Hello? Is that not a piece of paper? I don't think it is, because the handbag icon's not changing. I'm getting confused by low quality geometry. Right, let's back that way. Ah, that's the one place they actually say his name, I think. They never say it in Final Fantasy X. Poor guy. We've got some kind of tower over there with a load of radar dishes. So those dishes were in the book that Atreus wrote. And we've got a clock thing. So let's turn the clock on. Let's see what that does. So what highlights does Myst get? Yeah, God only knows. Oh, you mean during the ad breaks? I've actually stuck all of them on, so it'll be a randomised selection from everything, basically. That's my kind of catch-all. In case I don't have any specific... If only that was the answer to one of the puzzles. Just play Monster Hunter music. Oh, there's a red page there as well. What we should be able to do, so you can only carry one at a time. But I think as long as I don't try and drop it, we should actually be able to head back. That's not back. I found a new place. Oh god, I'm lost. How do I get anywhere? This way. Right. It's very disorientating on a point and click game, I must say. From a first person perspective. I think a lot of point and click adventure games were like side scrolly-ish. If we go back in here. Oh wait, no, because there wasn't a book in there. And also the door doesn't open. So we can't take this page back yet. We're actually stuck inside the age until we find a Myst linking book like Atreus mentioned. So that's the way to the crystals. Over here there's another button for air. There's a ladder. Okay, that... Yeah, I remember playing the VR version of Myst. And I know there's no hazards or dangers really in this game, but going through here just terrified me. I'm not scared of the dark, you are. That turns it off, okay. I'm just going to hang on to this red page for dear life now. Oh god, that was a transition, wasn't it? Okay. So these are the different sounds. So we need to turn this towards the water. It's like tuning the tower into the audio source. Oh, hold on. I think I'm remembering you can only do one at a time. So when we've been activating those buttons, like if I think I did this one last, maybe. Question mark. Please tell me they're not on a timer. Titus is the keeper of Lyceum in Ultimate 9. But is he pronounced Titus there? Right, none of these are actually working. Let's go to the clock one, because we know where the clock one is. Because it looks like a clock. Well, there's... Oh! Okay, it doesn't dynamically update, I'm stupid. So does it need to be like there? No. It needs to be there. Alright, so the wind one. I don't know where the wind one is. I thought it had like live update as I panned around. Speaking of highlights, we are about to have our first set of them. So if I do this, the screen will go black, but that can't really be helped. But yes. Anyone who is subscribed, enjoy the randomised highlights from all past streams. Anyone who isn't, please grab a drink, grab a snack maybe, get up, move around, and I will see you in 3 minutes. Bye. For an actual band of... Oh my god! Oh my god! I think a Vespoid got him that time. Surely you all saw that. I just went flying. I was nowhere near him and he died again. How? How does that happen twice? Maybe maybe Monoblos just dies of natural causes.
More paper in the bin. Brilliant. Oh, 2 of them. Okay.
Did you... Priest, did you go in the ladies?
I didn't check. There's 3 of them.
I know.
That's my punishment.
I know for a fact there are 3 in the ladies.
I just didn't pay attention. Oh no. Right. Okay. Can you just leave me? Right. It's all fine. It's all fine.
Do you need a hand? Do I need to join you in the bathroom and assist?
I'm absolutely fine. Right. So if you find any aliens in the ladies, they were already there. Is all I can say. Because I'm in the gents. Oh, there's a guy here as well. Oh, you get away, you little. It's all fine. It's all fine. Right, I'm jumping down here. Is there fall damage?
There is lots of fall damage. You are a scientist. Oh. Think about it. Would you jump down that?
I mean, I'm not the best person to ask, really, but no, I wouldn't. I'm scared of heights. I'm not that stupid. That.
Ooh, Priest, are you nearby?
It depends where you are.
Well, I've
yes,
just.
I mean, are you up the stairs?
I am, but I'm in a vent above a door, and I don't know if the door is locked. Because if the door is locked, I can drop down and open it from this side. Oh no, it's not locked. Never mind.
Oh, I'm getting attacked.
Out. Level 4. You get free bed in here. Do we get free breakfast? Oh, we could take some grapes. There we go. Free bed and breakfast. How good's that? What? Oh, did I just get told off for stealing those grapes? I heard somebody say burglar. Sounded like somebody up here said we've got a burglar. But all the doors are locked. Oh, have I actually committed a crime now? It's been good. Excellent. Good to hear. Bounty 1. Oh, I mean, with the way I'm holding this controller... Oh, do not get me. With the way I'm holding this controller, I feel like I've got a semi-free hand as well. The D-pad controls the camera. And the right analog stick... Oh! Oh, these guys are getting feisty. Feck off, you little... buggers. And we are back. Welcome back. Anyone who did grab a snack, tell me what you grabbed. Anyone who didn't grab a snack, what is your favourite snack? Let's play a little favourites game. And anyone just joining us, welcome. I'm Kilniath, and we enjoy escaping reality by diving into immersive games. And today, because there is a birthday, so we're not doing our usual multiplayer Abiotic Factor stream, we are playing the old point-and-click adventure game Myst. I'm currently trying to tune a tower to various audio sources. Don't know what it'll do, but I will find out. I reckon it'll give us a code to that door. But yeah, I don't think you have to do them one at a time. I think I just have to stop in the right place for it to pick them up. Yeah, here we go. That's now picking up that. So crystals next. Crystals are somewhere. I mean, of course they're somewhere. I just can't remember where. It's a little bit hard to kind of map in your head the layout of the islands, but we've found the crystals. Right, now we want to find some kind of hot fisher thing. I don't know if I found the hot fisher thing. That's the clock. Is that one in the distance, maybe? Or maybe it was there. I don't think I went there. I hope it remembers the tuning when you back out of it. Yeah, I don't think we've got the fisher one. We should have the water one though. Should be. That's crystals. That's clock. Should be over this direction-ish. Maybe. Question mark. Oh, I don't know where the water is. I don't think it renders far enough. It's gotta be somewhere. Definitely turned it on. Didn't I? Question mark. Anybody who remembers did I accidentally turn it off? Starting to think I might have done. Right, okay. Well, that noise is annoying me. It's probably annoying everybody else, so let's just go and look for the fisher. Oh, I've just turned the lights off again, haven't I? Let's not do that in the spooky cave. Right, that one's on and tuned, that's fine. There's the tower. Can I not go down them stairs? Right. So over that way is crystals. Can I not turn right here? Doesn't look like it. There's clock. Aha. Right, here's the fisher. Turn that on. And have a look down into literal hell. Let's not go down there. No, turn around. Left. Go this way, then that way. Over to water. So the water is behind the fisher. It was turned on. Okay. Right. Way back to the tower is this way. Down, 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 down. Turn around. Through the tunnel. Yeah, this game does have some. I'll just save it before I show it. In the options, there is something called zip mode. When activated, clicking on an item or area with the lightning bolt takes you directly there. So if you did want to play the old school one, transitions. Why is that not ticked? What are transitions? Tooltip? Question mark. Toggle screen transitions on or off. Turning off transitions will enable you to navigate more quickly through the game. Okay, I won't touch that. That's fine. I mean, you can also simulate loading times of old CD drives if you're really masochistic. But we won't be doing that. I'm fine with it loading instantly. Yeah, it runs through a thing called Scum Virtual Machine, which I have... Hold on. I just realised that's got like a blinking... Do we have to tune it precisely? Is that why the arrow's blinking? Yeah, we do. Okay. It's a good thing I noticed that, weren't it? So I guess it gets rid of the interference. There we go. Right, water now. Water should be near this one. Oh, yeah, here we go. There we go, got them all. So, if we press this sum button... Okay, that's going way too quick. Crystals, water, wind, fisher, clock. Crystals, water, wind, fisher, clock. Sounds like a song. Crystals, water, wind, fisher, clock. Or schlock. Right. Crystals, water, wind, fisher, clock. Notepads are encouraged for this game. Here we go. Right. Crystals. Water. Wind. Where's wind? Wind is that one. Fisher. Clock. Did I do it right? Whee! It's nice when a plan comes together. It's nice that I can still do Myst puzzles. It will have been around... God, when will it have been? 2010? 11? 9, 10, 11? When I last played this? Right, so we've got some kind of submarine looking thing. We can go around. We can go inside. Oh, I remember this. Okay, so this is a potentially annoying puzzle. Let's go forward. Purely annoying because it's not hugely helpful in what you're supposed to be doing. But we are sinking deep into the earth. So when Atreus said that he found a way to get all the materials he required, he's been busy building a whole railway system. Also, thank you Automod for catching the bot. Right, so the only direction we can go is forward. So we're on a roller coaster ride now. So the trick to this puzzle is that there are little sounds played when you move in a direction. So if we rotate... Okay, that's the sound of where we are. So there was like a beep at first, now there's this little blur. South is where we came from. I'm sure there's a way to tell which way you're supposed to go. So we get that noise when we arrive here. So I guess we'll go east. Oh, maybe not. Which directions can we go? Can't go north. Can't go northwest. I think the only way we can go at this point is west. So maybe this is teaching us. Because south is back where we came from. So we had a beep and then a weird noise. So if we then travel west... Oh, the noise tells you where to go. I'm remembering. So the beep means north. This noise means west. I do need a notepad. I'm going to type this in chat. Beep equals north. Power up equals west. There we go. Chat can be my notepad. So we are heading west. Now we've got a different noise. That's a different beep. So that's not the north beep. Or is it? Was that the north beep? If north is the only way we can go, then that would be back. Yeah. I think north is the only way we can go. So that confirms that the beep means north. So let's go forward. It's coming back to me, you know. It's been years and years and years, but it's coming back to me. I think at one point the routes that you take start twisting and winding around just to confuse you. A hiss. Okay. So a hiss is not north. Is it east? East is an option. South is also an option, but south cannot possibly be the way to go, seeing as we came from that way. So hiss equals east. Hiss equals east. There we go. Forward. I'm glad this isn't as obnoxiously loud as I thought it was going to be. As soon as I remembered the whole underground railway thing, I was thinking, oh god, is this going to be old crunchy sounds? Alright, what's this hint? Hiss. Okay, east again. That was easy. If we hear a different sound, it's probably south. Also, what about southeast and stuff? Oh god. Oh god. We've got a bong. We've got like a pan lid. Somebody tapping on a pan lid. South is an option. I'm going to say that pan lid equals south. So pan lid equals south. And yes, I'm very descriptive with my sounds. This is a pan lid being hit. Or at least that's the way my mind interprets it. You should be liking this, Ellie. This audio-driven puzzles. I don't know if each age has like particular categories of puzzles. It does seem like this one's very audio-coded, which is cool. Very cool. Right, where are we now? South again. Okay. If it starts going dun 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 dun, I'm going to throw something at the screen. Oh, here we go. Now we've got twisty turny bits. Although I don't think it should make a difference, really, in terms of... Unless it means that we haven't headed south because it's twisted and turned. Huh. So that one... That's the power-up sound, so that means west. If I know what I'm doing. Which I may not. Like to well, that's the melody to Funky Down. Yeah. Oh god, it's tilting. Oh man, I need to dig my Oculus Quest out actually, because I've got the VR version of this game. This would be cool to experience, slash motion sickness inducing, but I tend to be alright with VR. Weirdly, aha, we've got two sounds now. Yeah, weirdly in VR, I actually take my glasses off and tend to be perfectly fine, because you have to get like weird adapters to have your glasses on at the same time. So the sound we've got is pan lid and power up. So that would mean southwest. Okay, we're doing it. We're doing it. We've got a system. Southwest. Let's go. I'm glad I can just type notes to myself in chat. Oh, annoyingly I have to head off. Have a great rest of stream and weekend, guys. No worries, Ellie. I hope you have a cracking rest of your day and have a fantastic weekend. And a long weekend as well. Vector, who doesn't live in the UK, reminded me it was a bank holiday. I completely forgot. Power up. Okay, power up is west. Hopefully I can be back for your stream. Yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah, power up west. Forward. Onwards into the deep down, dark, deep down. What the heck was that? Okay, that's a beep and a power up, so northwest. No, that's southwest, other way. T'other one. My theory's holding true though. Every route that I think it's going to be, there is a path there. I'm sure there's like one bit where it says, haha, fuck you, I'm not going to help. What holiday is it? It's just a bank holiday. This year's been really weird because we've had like bank holiday 2 weeks, bank holiday 2 weeks, bank holiday. Oh, okay, that was a hiss and power up. Wait, what? No, sorry. Beep and power and beep and hiss. Northeast. Northeast. East. I almost confused myself then. So they don't have any specific names for the bank holidays. I think they do. Like, I think this is the spring bank holiday or something, maybe. I know, like, earlier in May we have what is called the early May bank holiday, very creatively. Yeah, this one might be the spring bank holiday or early summer bank holiday or something. So that's a beep, which is north. Onwards. Yeah, there are some holidays, you know, like Christmas and Boxing Day and stuff like that, or Easter bank holiday, that do have specific names, but I completely forget about them, to be completely honest with you, because I spent so long self-employed, I kind of just worked through bank holidays for, 7 years or so. So I've kind of switched off to bank holidays. It's only recently, now that I'm employed, that I can kind of actually have them off. The ones in the US always end up getting some kind of name. Like this one is Memorial Day, and then there's Labor Day plus some other ones. Yeah, I've heard those names. As somebody not from the US, I've never known what they were. Right, we've got hiss and pan lid. And my chat's not scrolling up. I can't get the mouse out of the window. Hiss is east, pan lid is south. So southeast. That's northeast, wrong way. I want to go the other way. Southeast, forward. Oh, we're going somewhere new. Oh god, it's all wibbly wibbly wobbly. Oh, and now it's going very fast. Okay. Have we arrived? We have. I didn't realise there was a station. Oh, we've got some new music as well. Some spooky music. So we have a Myst linking book, and we've still got his red page. So we can head back to the library by the looks of it. Yep. This is the chandelier in the library that I don't think you can actually look at on this version. Alright, let's stick the red page in and see what Sirius has got to say.
Return.
We have returned.
Thank you for bringing the red page.
You're welcome.
You must continue to help.
You must continue to help. Okay.
My name is Sirius.
Sirius. Not Sirius, Sirius.
I beg you to find the remaining red pages. You must read.
Okay, well you started off by saying we must and now you're begging us, so it's one or the other.
Release me from this book which has become. I need more red pages, please.
I need more red pages.
Don't waste time. Look. Don't touch.
So the same as don't waste
My
time,
brother.
and his brother is guilty.
And I wrongfully imprisoned.
Something about being in prison.
Bring the red page to me.
Looked like he was doing like a music video for a boy band or something then. He's just like So yes, we have given the second red page to Sirius. Now the awkward thing is there was a blue page back in that age. And I don't know if there's a quick way of doing that last puzzle. I'm getting the feeling that they may have added like a shortcut in the newer versions of the game. Because I think if we go back on this one, if we go back into this age and get the blue page, we then have to do the whole direction thing once more, which is a little annoying. Not this way, it was up at the water. Over here. Yeah, grab the blue page. So it's kind of like as you go through these ages and collect the pages, ages and pages, you start piecing together what happened from each of the brothers' points of view. Yeah, I'm getting the sinking suspicion that we have to literally do this twice. Yeah, looks like it. Good thing we've got his notes. Wish I could make them a bit longer though, because chat. Is anyone able to like repeat those notes in a message? Just to be incredibly helpful. I mean, I know this one's north. That's easy. I think the next one is west. Yeah, power up is west. I think I remember drawing a map when I did this before. Like I actually drew where each route was leading to. I think the problem with that approach is that's why there's all those windy paths. So if you're not using the audio cues to figure out which direction means which sound, you literally can't easily do it by drawing a map because it turns around on itself and stuff like that. Saying that though, I'm sure there is another secret route, but you only find the way to access that later on. So that was a hiss, which means... Hold on, I'll scroll. Open chat. Hiss is east. Wait, no, that's towards west. I'm going wrong way. Getting all turned around. There we go, east. Let's go. That little whoop whoop sound that it makes when it's travelling reminds me so much of Abe's Odyssey. Because that has a lot of that kind of sound effects. Also, a cool bit of trivia, Atreus, who we saw in the holographic pool at the start of the game, he is acted by the main person who developed the game, Randy Miller, I think his name is. So we have a hiss, which is east again, actually. Yeah, like I think Cyan, which is the company that created them, Cyan Works, is it? I think they're actually like a family-run dev studio. Panelid South. I think they did get actors in for some of the later games, because the Myst series is 5 games, not including the MMO. Because yes, when online was becoming all the thing, they made an MMO version of Myst, which was really, really interesting actually. I actually managed to play it online because I think they brought the servers back online a bit like ages ago. I don't know if they're still online. Oh. Getting all twisty-turny. Right, power up west. Yeah, it's called Myst Online Uru Live Again is the MMO one. It's kind of a third-person approach, but it's still the same kind of thing where you walk around, you click on buttons and Myst books and link to different ages and stuff. You can actually somewhat make your own age as well. There were tools released for people to make their own ages and make them available to be imported into the game by the mods. Okay, so we've got a pan lid and power up southwest. I have a really fond memory of that game. Because I started Myst binging hard, like, because I'd gotten absorbed by Morrowind, but, you know, as all things do, eventually they become tiring. I stopped playing Morrowind, started playing Myst, fell so in love with the universe and the puzzles and everything that I just got every single game in the series. That's why I've got Myst 3 Exile behind me, because that was the first like limited collector's edition thing that I ever bought. Second hand, mind you. Power up west. And yeah, I just fell into the Myst trap hard, because the story, especially the interconnected story between all the games, we've had a hint of it at the start of this one, where Atreus is talking about his father and setting rules as to how to make these linking books and everything. It's really, really interesting actually, and it goes in some interesting places, especially the sequel. The direct sequel to this game isn't Myst 3, it isn't Myst 2, it's actually called Riven. Which is weird, it's not like Myst 2 Riven. The first one's Myst, the second one's Riven, then it's Myst 3, Myst 4, Myst 5, or Uru, as it's called. Right, that is power up. What? What's this one? Northwest. Northwest. struggling with these a little bit. Trying to remember all the sounds. We're not done yet. Are we there yet? I remember there being a really cool puzzle on the MMO one as well. That there's like a big whirlpool in, and you can jump into the ocean. Oh no, it's not a whirlpool. There's like currents in the ocean. So you're on this island. There's crabs around and stuff, and you've got to do a particular sequence of events to kind of limit the current of the water. And eventually, when you swim out into the horizon, you discover that, like the Truman Show, it's just a big dome, and there is actually like a backdrop you can get behind and get into like a mechanical area. And oh, that was so cool. Right, this sound is hiss and beep. So northeast. So turn towards the north. Turn towards the east. So let me scroll down and chat. And that's just a beep, so that should just be north. Now we might be there. I think it gives you a completely different noise if you go the wrong way, but that's why instead of it being forward and backwards, it's actually forwards and backtrack, because it will just take you one step back, which is kind of helpful, at least. Oh no, I've got another one. Panlid hiss, southeast. Southeast. No, that's northeast. You'd think I'd know, because I remember my directions with the whole never eat shredded wheat. You know, going clockwise, southeast would be to the right of south. No, of east. Ah, here we are. We're back now. You have reached your destination. Yeah, there is a series of books, like actual written books, related to this this series as well. I think it's called the Myst Chronicles or something. And it's written, well, one of them, the Book of Atreus, is written from Atreus's perspective. It details like him growing up in the culture around these people that are able to create linking books and stuff like that. Right, blue book. Let's stick a page in and let's see what Akana has to say.
He returned.
We have?
He wouldn't return.
We thought we wouldn't
They
return.
just rescue me. I'm Akina.
I know you are Akana.
My brother, I beg you.
Wait, what? It's,
Complete.
it's something about his brother and I beg you.
Always blue pages.
Always blue pages.
Listen to him.
Ah, so saying not to listen serious.
He's a fool and a liar.
He's a fool and a liar.
The blue pages. The red one. Don't bring the red one. Oh, you
So both brothers
prison.
Both brothers are saying they've been wrongfully imprisoned and not to bring the pages for the other brother.
Pages.
So we still don't know who it was that burnt all the books. But we've got one of each book from one of the ages, so I think that is us kind of done with that particular age. So I will save the game. Then let's look at these books. Let's start with the top left one. Channelwood. I have called this age Channelwood, and this is a very different world. Though it is exactly how I imagined it, it is still amazing to see it with my own eyes. Water covers this age as far as I can see, except for a small rocky island. Elsewhere, there are only trees, which grow directly out of the water. A myriad of thin wooden passageways are built just above the water and disappear into the forest. I assume they were built some time ago, for they appear aged. I am eager to discover more about this land and its people, but I have arrived here late and I must rest. I was awakened this morning by strange noises coming from a pathway adjacent to the one on which I had slept. I saw a group of monkey-like people heading in my direction. They had not seen me yet. I did not feel threatened by their presence. Their response to me was one that I would have never expected. After staring at me for a short time, they fell to their knees and began what appeared to be some sort of ceremonial worship. I tried to speak with them, but they did not understand my language. Instead, they indicated through enthusiastic hand motions that I was to follow them. As we walked, I began to notice that the waters below us were changing colours. Slowly, subtly, they would change from deep blue to muddy orange, then from muddy orange to beautiful clear. I was so intrigued by the water, I hardly noticed that we had arrived at a ladder. Climbing the ladder led us to their village, which is about 10 metres above the water and can only be reached by rope ladders that stretch from the lower paths up to the village level approximately halfway up the grand trees. It is very interesting watching these people carry out their daily tasks. Even after watching them for hours, I did not understand exactly what they were doing. At sunset, they motioned for me to follow them. I followed the creatures to the doorway of an enormous hut. Strangely, once inside, I found that the hut appeared even larger than it had from the outside, so I found a TARDIS basically. The walls were garnished with bright metals, and in the centre of the hut sat the leader of these people. At least he appeared to be their leader, for he sat a metre off the floor in a thick throne. Guards surrounded the strong creature, who was dressed in many exotic, colourful fabrics. Next to the leader sat a very old human, at least to some extent he appears human. His hair, which was only on his face and head, was completely grey, almost white, and hung very long around his frail body. His thin head hung limply by an almost grotesque neck that could not hold its head up to look at me. But what a surprise, this creature could speak my language. Shortly thereafter, I was given a bed with some hand motions that looked to be telling me to go to sleep. I look forward to learning more. Yeah, that would be a scary situation in my opinion, but he's happy going to sleep. As I suspected, the ancient creature is a human, but he is old beyond his own reckoning, and seems almost insane. However, the tree dwellers almost revere him as a god. They are treating me now in the same fashion, which makes me feel very uncomfortable. It is almost impossible to understand this old man. His voice is feeble but wild. He has adopted much of the language of the tree dwellers. He himself told me he had not spoken our own tongue in ages. He attempted to explain to me the history of this place. The following is my best translation of what he has told me. Many years ago, the humans and tree dwellers lived together in this place, which was then a vast island. They interacted very little. The humans dwelt on the ground, and the tree dwellers lived high above the humans. Occasionally, the island was disturbed by mysterious rumblings, which happened randomly. Some sort of tectonic or volcanic action, I suspect. The sometimes slight, sometimes heavy tremors would only last a short time. Then they would stop, allowing everything to return to normal. One day things changed. The rumbling began and grew quickly to unprecedented levels. Soon it became apparent that the entire island was sinking slowly into the ocean around them. Many of the humans died that day, but not before sacrificing themselves in order to stop the sinking of the island. The humans who lived through this catastrophe moved into the trees, where they gradually died out, maybe because they were unequipped for such environment, but I am not sure. This is the story the old man communicated to me, although many details are very unclear in my mind. I am especially confused as to how the humans saved the islands from completely sinking. In fact, I doubt the accuracy of that part of the story. The island must have stopped on its own. Yet the old man believes in the truth of the story as if he had been there, and the tree dwellers worship him, and apparently all humans, as if he, which has been crossed out, as if they were heroes or gods. The old man ended our conversation today with an event which I will never forget. He began gripping my hands tightly, murmuring something about rest and asleep. He then said, "We had expected you to come sooner." These actions filled me with a sort of immediate dread. Yeah, it would a little bit, wouldn't it? With much effort, he stood to his feet. I tried to help, but he pushed me away with more force than I imagined his frail body contained. The tree dwellers quietly surrounded him with very solemn faces. They then kneeled before him. He walked to each and placed his hand on their heads. All the while he murmured words which I did not understand. Finally, he turned to me and smiled. Then he closed his eyes and walked out of the door and off the narrow path, high in the trees. The tree dwellers were silent. They began a procession down the nearest rope ladder. As I was descending, I saw several of them pick up the body, he had fallen onto a lower level of the walkway, and carry it away. He was lain down at the dead end of a short pier-like structure. With the use of some potion, one of the tree creatures lit the pier on fire, and I watched as the flames engulfed him. As this strange funeral proceeded, the waters around the pier changed to dull green. Interesting. This morning I awoke, finding it hard to even believe the previous evening's events. The water is a dull green for as far as the eye can see now. For some reason the water no longer shifts colour. As I wandered throughout the pathways, the creatures watch me, curious to see what I will do next. They are constantly offering me strange objects of affection. I even found food outside the doorway to the room in which I had slept. This is a unique race of beings. I hope to learn their language soon, so that I may learn more from them. The next passage is in blue. I have lived on this world for 3 months off and on, and the tree dwellers have shown great hospitality. I am even beginning to learn bits of their language. I have decided to return home for an extended stay with my loving wife and my sons, and hopefully return with them. However, I am sure Catherine will once again refuse. I think this age would be a wonderful experience for them all, and I at least look forward to how Sirius and Akana will react to its curious inhabitants. Catherine is staying behind, as expected. My sons have returned with me, and they enjoy this age very much. They get along well with the tree dwellers, and are picking up their language surprisingly fast. I have no doubt that it will not be too long until they can speak with the tree dwellers much better than myself. I am leaving tomorrow to check on Osmoian age. Sirius has suggested that I allow him and his brother to stay. Though the idea unsettles me, I know the boys are growing up rapidly. The hospitality of these creatures is such that I could think of no better place to leave them alone for a short while, so I will consent to their request. I warned the boys not to take advantage of the respect the tree dwellers have for their ideas. They seem to understand my warning, and I have faith they will follow it. Much to my dismay, upon arriving in Everdunes, I learned that Pran and her people, so this is referring to a different age that we haven't read yet, Pran and her people are continuing to be menaced by the Chochtik? Not sure on that word. I fear for their survival and plan on returning to her shortly after checking on Sirius and Akana here. See Everdune's journal for more information. Yeah, so that's one of the other books that we can read. After watching Sirius and Akana, I say they are handling things very well, and I think I can put to rest any fears about leaving them in Channelwood again, and for a little longer time. The tree dwellers seem slightly distressed that I am leaving, but are happy that Sirius and Akana are staying behind again. I have been gone for over 3 days and have been to many different places. I had to tell Sirius and Akana about Pran's death today, and they were visibly shaken, although they only remembered her from their childhood. Catherine has suggested that it would be wise for Sirius and Akana to leave Channelwood for a while, and I have to agree. They will be returning with me when I leave again. I have told my sons that they will be returning with me in 2 days. They spent the entire night telling me of an adventure they experienced in my absence, and it was rather remarkable. It seems they constructed a boat with the creatures and travelled some ways out into the surrounding waters. I enjoy hearing them talk excitedly of their adventures, and am reminded of my own adventures as a child. I finally understand why the tree dwellers have been giving me their many inks and insisting I write with them. Looking through some of my past entries, I see now that the inks have changed from the black I thought they were to various different colours. I have shown some of the creatures my journal, and they laughed and howled. Yeah, so the reason each of these passages is changing colours is because these ape creatures have played a bit of a practical joke. I did not know they had such a sense of humour. Even now, as I look through this very colourful journal, I cannot help but laugh myself. We will be returning tomorrow, so my sons are with the creatures for the last night here. They have told me they would like to come to Channelwood again, and also asked if they can visit some other ages alone. Though I will have to think over their request, I believe they have proven to me that they are trustworthy and responsible. Catherine will also have to help me decide whether they are ready for travel alone. For now, I must give my farewells to the creatures, for I do not know how long it will be until I visit this age again. So we've got like a map of the tree village there. Some kind of windmill upon one of the tree huts. Okay. Well, after all that reading, I don't think we got any actual like clues towards that age, but like we did with the previous one, if we head to the tower and rotate it towards the tree one, so that was the house with the little thing, and that was the tree. Because I'm pretty sure the tree one is Channelwood. It would make some form of sense, wouldn't it? Oh, I'm navigating wrong. There we go. Open the secret staircase. Have a look at the tower, see what the clue is. The clue might tell us the code to the safe, actually. Upwards and onwards. So if we double check up here, we can see the big tree in the distance. And heading back down, our key is 724, so that probably is the safe thing. 724. Seven, two, four, 724. Singing a song to remember 724. Does anybody else do that? When you try to remember something like 724, you have to inject it into sentences or songs so that you remember 724. It's the same way I remember people's names. I just have to like say the name in sentences multiple times before it sinks in. Because otherwise I'll forget the number is 724. And then I start doubting myself. Now let's get down here. Get in there quickly before my mind fades away. 724. Boom. Matches. Okay. So we now have a matchstick, which I'm guessing is to light this boiler somehow. Question mark? No. How does one light? Do I have to strike it on something? Do I have to strike it? Oh, yeah. Oh, I think it might have run out. We have to strike it on the box, and then where do it... Does turning this do anything? No. Get a match. Strike it on the box. That's clever. Oh, I don't know where you light it. Surely that's like the little pilot light or something. Yeah, you actually just move your mouse over it to light it. That's really quite clever. And it looks like it stays lit. For a while. But when I put it over there, it kind of flickers out. Confused villager noises. Yes, it's not going out now. Maybe the gas isn't on. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe there's... Maybe behind here. How do we get behind there? That way. There's the big tree. Is there like a... anything at the side of the building? Or behind it? Hmm. It's not to do with these. We can't turn... Oh, we can... Oh, it's lit. I have lit it. Wait, what? Okay. So do we just need to... get the pressure up? Because that's just taking it down. Now that's max. Oh, there we go. Okay, I remember... So now we're inside the tree, so it kind of increments its way up. And I think we press that to release the pressure. Oh, but it's going to keep going up, so you have to like get just the right amount of pressure so the tree goes up enough, then starts lowering back down so that you can hop in it and it can continue further down. That button's if you've set it to max like I have. So we'll let it move all the way up, and then we should be able to listen out for when it's coming back down. Okay, so I've turned it down 1. It's not dropping yet. Still not dropping. Still not dropping. I don't know how responsive it is to when you adjust the gas. Also, if you are liking this, and you're liking the idea of these puzzles, like I say, there are 5 different versions of Myst, but there's also 5 games in the series. Riven, the sequel, actually got a Unreal Engine remake as well, and oh my god, like, the graphics of that look like you remember them looking if you'd played the original. I don't know if it's got the full 3D movement like real Myst. I imagine it probably does. Let's just keep turning this down a bit more. Oh, okay, it's off. Yeah, it's sinking. It's sinking. Right, so as the tree falls, it's a hop inside it before it sinks too low. And we should be on our way to the next stage. Here we go. Right, just don't press anything. It's very clever how this works as well, because the original version was built using something called HyperCard. Oh, we've got some cool music as well. Yeah, and HyperCard is essentially like an old version of PowerPoint for old school Macs. So they actually made all this moving around and navigation using, I think they call that hypercard stacks. So if you think of like mobile, oh, I'm getting way too technical now, but if you think about mobile apps, a lot of mobile apps work in what are called stacks. So like if you're on a social media platform and you tap on somebody's profile, you go down one layer of the stack, but when you press the back button, it puts the previous card back on top. That's kind of how navigation works. And hypercard on the Mac was kind of like an early concept of that. So, to Channelwood, without any further ado. Before I fall down a rabbit hole and talk more about apps and stuff. Yeah, so we've got water all around. There's just trees. Trees as far as the eye can see. And the one house with a windmill on it. So let's link inside. I wondered how I've forgotten, like, in the later ones the water is all animated, but they've kind of got it as like a ripple on this version. Right, we are due our next break, so I will save. And if you are subscribed, enjoy the randomised highlights. If you aren't, please grab a snack, top up your drink, and I'll see you in 3 minutes. Bye. How? I am not going to complain, but how?
Oh, not this guy. Where is he? Oh, he's so creepy. I'm not feeding. I fed him one time, and what did I get from it? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I don't think. I can't remember.
It's all right. It's just a co-worker. Just a perfectly innocent co-worker. See, he's making office jokes. What do you not like about the creepy co-worker crawling around in a dilapidated science research facility?
I don't know, unpopular opinion, but he just seems a little bit weird to me.
Who? Oh, I think a woman just got murdered. Oh no, she's back. Hey, look at her go. She's docked that bandit. Master is a misery fest in Elder Scrolls games. Yep. I'm all for max difficulty, but the way these handle it, it's like give everyone 500% HP and let players smack the controls against the wall to kill them. Yep. It's not difficult. It's literally just damage sponginess. Oh, you're cool. I love your like. Oh. Come on then. Let's be having you. What the fuck? He like just to be clear, he has aggroed on us. The music is playing and he's now a red dot. But I think he's just had enough that one. He's just out. He's gone. He's off for a walk. Let's oh, excuse me. I think he might be the cook. Ooh, suspicious note. Nobody's looking. Do the upstairs rooms first. Floors and walls are most important. After the privy is emptied, spread crushed peppermint to mask the scent. Only then should you replace the linens. Don't forget to put flowers on the table. I'm glad we read that note. Purely because I don't think many people have read that note in the existence of Oblivion. I'm just happy it exists. Get them ready. I'll go up and kick him so I don't do too much damage. Wake up. Right, come on, over here. Don't fireball. Come on, charge at me. No, not with your wings. You absolute ass. Come
Come on,
And
charge
we
it.
are back. Welcome back, everyone. If you did grab a snack, tell me what you grabbed. If you didn't grab a snack, tell me what your favourite snack is. And for anybody just joining us, welcome. I am Kilniath, and I enjoy escaping reality and diving into immersive games. And today, as a bit of a one-off, as a bit of a random thing, we are diving into Myst Masterpiece Edition, which I haven't played since like 2009, 10, 11, something like that. I'm quite enjoying myself. So we have some kind of pipe pathway choosing system thingamajig. Technical term, of course. And some kind of rotor thing there. Maybe that's fuel. Maybe it provides fuel. So that one goes under the water. So if we which way? I'm guessing it flows that way, doesn't it? So if we kind of set some of these up. Hold on, I'll just turn myself around. That's going to go that way. That's going to go down that way. That's then going to go this way. That should then go that thingamajig. Okay. Oh god, where am I? Where am I going? I'm lost again. Yeah, okay. The point and click nature of this does make it a little bit confusing as to where you're going. Okay. And there's the sound of water, which then sputters and dies out when we hold that down. So if we head back through here, I don't think this is the source. There's some kind of machine there. It's like a pulley system, so that's like a water-powered elevator? Question mark? Oh, that may be the source, actually, because it's running back this way. Yeah, because there's this little thing, and it was here that we entered, so that just goes down there. So I think this is the only way we can go. There's another lift that way. Okay, so maybe it just made a weird water noise because it wasn't going the right way. So if we divert that from there straight to that lift, maybe this will work now. No. Maybe. So the water's coming up from there. Aha, there's a tap. I don't know what that little lever does. Oh, cheers for that, priest. You were on that before I even saw it. Aha, this is now working. Is it? Question mark? I can hear a noise now, but I don't know what it is. Maybe that's blocked from the other side. So maybe that does need to go that way. And if we turn this one that way, that's fine. This one that way. This one that way. There we go. Oh. Maybe not. What am I missing? I can hear the water in the pipes. I don't know why it sputters out. I'm not sure what's happening here. Go back. Right, there's no water in the pipes now. If I turn that, there is. Maybe it's a limited amount of water. Or maybe we have to close the door before turning the elevator on. There we go. Right, so we're now up in the trees. Up in trees. Let's just go left. Doesn't look to be out in this hut. Continue going left. Got some tables. What's that? Oh, it's just a gap in the floorboards. Got some nets. Nets and pots and stuff. More nets and pots and stuff. Oh, was there something on? Looked like there was something on the tin. No. It's just all the gaps in the floorboards. What's up here then? Why did we come up here? What have we achieved? We have achieved nothing. Lots of boxes around. Aha. Can we go down this one? No, because this is a different elevator. So that one's not powered. That looks to be some steps down. So I wonder if that elevator goes higher and we need to find a way to open this to go down to open that other door so that we don't need the water pressure. Slash fuel, slash whatever technology they're using. Oh, there's a lever. Aha, that's opened the stairs. Right. God, I haven't played a puzzle game in forever. It's nice when you get those little aha moments. So through here, through there, left here, goes through there. Now we can go down the stairs. And we can open this door, right. So now... Is that still going to be powered? Looks like it. Head back up. Get in lift. Close the door this time. And we're even higher. Myst promoting health and safety. Don't set elevators in movement while the door is open. So we know that Sirius and Akanar came here. Oh. Oh dear. Oh, okay. That was creepy. So there is some spiky trap thingamajig. And I'm pretty sure that was Akanar that we saw in the hologram. So bearing in mind that Atris said he had let them stay here by themselves because he trusted them, it appears things might not have gone very pleasantly. Right, this is leading back, isn't it? Why is... Okay, so that opens by itself if I Some music. This place must be important. We've got a blue page there. What's this? Ah, so this is the projection thing. It's like a voicemail. So this must be the language that they learned from the ape people, from the tree dwellers. So I wonder if that means if we go back in that other room, will it play? Maybe there's some like, maybe that gate has something to do with like when somebody first enters here. Yeah, okay. So they'd set up some kind of system whereby if somebody enters this area, it'll play a spooky, scary message to them. Don't know what it's saying, because I don't speak tree people. Yeah, there are no dangers in this game to the player, but there are things that are a little spooky. Or I find them spooky anyway. Especially when you play the VR version. He said Sirius then. So I wonder if that's some kind of instruction Akanai was giving to the tree people about Sirius. Maybe they had a falling out.
I hope I pushed the right button, my dear brother.
Ooh.
What a very interesting device you have here. I'm not erasing anything important, am I?
So this is Sirius now, leaving a message.
Remember, he is preparing. Take only one page, my dear brother.
So Sirius said he is preparing. Take only one page, my dear brother. You pick up the blue page whilst we're here. But yeah, it seems like not everything is as it seems. Oh, there's another way here, actually. Okay. So this is another room. Oh, we've got a red page there as well. What's this? Someone's been breaking chairs. Eating black cheese or something? Question mark. Oh, at least they've been brushing their teeth. So we've got two like conflicting personalities here. We've got Sirius, who keeps a dagger under his bed and lives in a very posh place with bottles of wine and stuff, and then Akanai on the other side, who's kind of become very tribalistic and oh no. Something vault access. Island of Myst. Located in very plain view on something Myst, and access can be something easily if the simple, I'm going to guess, instructions are followed. First locate something switches on the island. These switches to the blank, then go to the dock and turn the marker switch to the off position. So we need the other half of this, because this is telling us something quite important. But yeah, there is some kind of vault on the Island of Myst the main island, and we can access a secret place by doing something with those marker switches. So we've found both of their rooms, so now we just need to find a way back to Myst. And we can hand in his blue and red pages and make a mental note for the vault instructions. So we're going to have to divert the water again. So it's going to have to go this way. And then we can turn it left. And then right to go to this machine. Which raises a bridge for us. Excellent. And over here we find... This is the original lift, isn't it? No, it's a different lift. But we can extend this pipe there to run the water through to power that lift. Aha! Aha! Great. So that route is not that way. Oh shit, I'm getting turned around. This way, right. Water needs to go that way. Then here it needs to go that way. Yeah, that should be going to that lift now. So we can go along this little bridge we made. And into the lift. Boom. I like figuring things out. Oh. Well, there's an automatic light, and we found the way back to Myst. So let's reset. I've always found it weird that you almost land in the library just on your back. Just fall out and staring up at the chandelier. Right, let's hand the blue page in. And let's see what Akana has to say now.
Good.
He's happy to see us.
Still more pages you find. Bring more. I must have some more.
They must have some more.
All I ask of you. Long. It's so long since my brother, Sirius, wrongfully imprisoned me within this book. Stupid schemes.
It's going all distorted there.
Pretty sweet.
Also, he said his brother imprisoned him in the book, not Atreus.
Greed, which is endless. It should be perfectly obvious to you. He's done evil and he has destroyed all before. Do not bring the red pages to him. Please. Not let him trick you. He believed you. He tricked our father.
So he's saying Sirius is gonna trick us, and he tricked his
Seriously,
father.
murdered our father. He'll trick you. He'll murder you. Don't touch
So
the red pages.
Allegedly, Sirius has murdered his father and will
Beg
murder
you.
us.
Bring the blue pages. To me, listen, you must obey me. Blue pages are my only hope. You must help me. You must help me.
Press X to doubt. Yeah, unfortunately, we've started seeing a bit of both of their personalities now. So we know that things aren't quite as clear-cut. But we will return to Channelwood, which annoyingly means doing all this again. to get the tree back up. I don't know if in real Myst it gave you an inventory to hold on to more than one page or anything. Right, tree should be coming up. Yeah. I don't know if this picture updates. No. I think in real Myst that picture does update to let you know where the tree is at, just to make things a little easier. Also, if you are considering playing it and you want the kind of old school but not quite as old school as this, Real Myst is actually a good shout, like Real Myst Masterpiece Edition, because it does have a hints section. The Switch version as well, when I checked that out today, there is a hint section, so if you are stuck on some of the puzzles you can kind of get some advice on how to proceed, which is always nice in these kind of games. I remember years ago I played Beneath a Steel Sky. That was a cool game. Very confusing. Right, tree should be coming down. I can get back in, get the red page, return that. Oh, I'll have to change the water again as well, won't I? Might only be one handle if I'm lucky. Here we go. Up in lift. Up in tree lift. There's something nice to this kind of pre-rendered art style though. And Riven, the original Riven, does continue that. That's pre-rendered backgrounds. I mean, one of the reasons I bought the copy of Myst 3 is because on that there's actually like fully animated pre-rendered backgrounds, so you're actually interacting with the world whilst humans, like filmed humans, are walking by and stuff. It was fucking impressive. Yeah, we need the water to go to that way, so it should just be that. That should let us get right up to the top, get us page, and then we can just change the one lever. And again, we need to remember that half of the note that we've got. Because we can't bring that with us. So we need to go back on ourselves to get to Sirius's room. I think it was in the left drawer. Yep, there we go. Also, I love this theme. It's kind of like the main Myst theme. Down we go. And down the stairs. Changes water pipe. See, Matt. Oh my god, I was just about to say, see Martin should, and then you appeared. Hello, welcome in. I was about to say, you should love this game, because there's a puzzle to do with pipes and water and stuff. How are you? Good to see you. I am playing your game, the game where we dive into books, and literally play some good books. We are 2 ages in at the moment. So we are in what's called the Channelwood Age. I am playing the closest to the original version of the game as you can get. Yeah, well, work was very good today. That is awesome to hear. Yeah, this here, Martin, this is the part I was on about. We pick up a book, the Myst book, we open it, we touch it, and we literally get absorbed into the book. Literally playing books. And I've had to do a ton of reading. So if you want to do some voiceover work, you've got a library of books here describing all of the various ages. I am exhausted from reading half of these books. So we've just collected a red page, so let's hand it into this one. And let's see what Sirius has to say.
have returned.
We have returned.
Additional page. Leave from my prison on this forgotten island of...
Oh damn, two got to fit exactly. That's exactly what I said you needed. I was surprised you hadn't played Myst.
I am called Sirius.
We know you called Sirius. You've told us
All
twice.
the red pages. I know. Must search and bring...
But yeah, if you do fancy giving this a shot, there are 5 versions to choose from.
I am
There's the original CD version, which good luck getting running. There's this version, which they've recently updated to make it run better on Steam Deck and therefore Linux, which I was impressed by.
for my
There is Real Myst, which I don't think you can buy anymore. But then there is Real Myst Masterpiece Edition, which is a 3D version of it, like you can freely move around and stuff. That's on Switch, PC, and VR if you have a Quest 2 or Quest 3. And then there is... Hey, Sergeant Anarchy, thank you so much for the follow. Very much appreciated. But yeah, in 2020 they also remade this game, I think in the Unreal Engine. So there's like a very, very pretty 3D version of the game. Hey, wait, hold on. Sergeant Anarchy, I know you're using it.
from this prison.
We played DayZ roleplay together, didn't we? How am I? I'm good, thank you. How about yourself?
Must
Good old Buck, yeah. Oh man, that's awesome to see you. How are you doing? Been a long while. Yeah, I've started streaming recently. You've caught me at a very weird stream because normally on Fridays I've been playing Abiotic Factor multiplayer with a fellow streamer, friend of the channel Priestify. But yeah, because he's got a birthday today, which congratulations to Catherine, we decided to play a random game, and we're playing Myst, the original Myst, or as close to the original as we can get. Yeah, cool to see you though. How did you find me? Not that I'm not happy about it, but just out of interest. Is it because it popped up on Discord or something? Cool to see you stream. Thanks. Yeah, I've been doing it for a couple of months now. Maybe this is month 3. I can't remember now. It's all blurring together. I'm spending 95% of my life on Twitch at the moment. Right, so we have done the rocket ship, we've done Channel Wood, so where else can this go? Okay, so I think we've got the gear age, and then it also stops on the dock, so there's potentially 2 more worlds to investigate. So let's lower the secret door. Popped up on Discord. Ah. Cool. So it does work linking your Discord to Twitch. How have things been with you though? Hope you've been keeping well. Are you still playing DayZ RP, or are you playing other things these days? Had my ups and downs the last we spoke, but generally doing okay. You doing fine? Yeah, I am doing good. Like, similar to yourself, you know, ups and downs, it's kind of the way of the world, but doing this has been a way to... So, what I normally say at the start of the streams is, welcome, I'm Kilniath, and I invite you to join me as we escape the mundanity of reality and dive into some immersive games. So that is a purpose that I recently discovered for the channel, thanks to Play Any Good Books lately, who was just in chat. And yeah, like when I play games, a lot of the time I play games that are quite immersive, like DayZ, like Morrowind, Elder Scrolls games, this arguably. So yeah, the channel is really kind of dedicated to helping everyone forget about real life and escape into some really cool games they might not be aware of. Still here, just driving home. Do not text and drive, Martin, or Twitch and drive. Unless you go on live, I mean, you can always stream yourself driving, just sat there. Although, hold on, don't people go through red lights when they do that? Don't do that. Don't follow my advice. Very bad advice. Right, so the hint to the puzzle we have got is 240 and 221. So 240 time, and then 2, 2, 1. So there is a clock on the island. 2:40. Let's head down and have a walk over to the clock. We'll head on to the clock, see what it's saying. Awkward silence for the elevator. As all good elevator rides should be. At least if you're in England. People in England do not make small talk in elevators. We just sit there silently. There we go. Close up secret passage. Get back out. 2:40. Oh shit. Yeah. Head down here. So here's the clock. We've got some gears. So what does that do? That does the minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 1, 2? Question mark? Oh, hey! We made a gear bridge. Not been much active on Daisy RP, but not had the drive or energy to RP. That makes sense. It does take quite a lot out of you to stay in character and stuff. Just played some random games with some buddy now and then. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, me and some friends have been playing Borderlands quite a bit recently. Because I've never actually finished those games, so that's been a good game to just hop on and shoot some stuff and collect some loot. Aha, okay, so this will be as 221. So that does the bottom ones. That does the top ones. I think I remember the trick to this. This lever resets. Yeah, because it's impossible. It's impossible to get 221 because when I pull that down, the middle one's going to change. But I think nothing tells you this. I remember Googling it back in the day. If I hold it down, yeah. I mean, I held it down way too long, but there we go. Alright, do that. Do that. Oh shit, I'll let go too early that time. 1, 2. And it needs to be 2, 2, 1. There we go. And the little gear is opened. And we've got some music as well. It reminds me of like Metroid Prime, that. Oh my god! Whoa! Book! Wow! You really didn't have to do that, but thank you so much. That is very kind of you. And we've hit a new subs goal. Wow. Oh man, that is awesome. Thank you so much for that. Who has got the subs? Enjoy. Oh, and look what you've started now. You started a hype train. A new record hype. Wow. Oh my god. Level 3. That is insane. Thank you so much. Very kind. Enjoy the gifted sub, Drakin. And I don't know how to pronounce that username. YMDTMT. J on the Rise. Savek Lux. Light Wraith. We know Light Wraith. Terragon Esquire. Naruga Art. That's a cool name. Almost sounds like Nagakuga. Hey Martin, thank you for the bits. CB Talks has got a sub as well. Nice. Rucksack Sep. Wow, Rucksack Sep has got a sub. And the Flash You Go. Oh man, thank you so much, Sergeant Anarchy. Thank you for the support. That is really, really kind of you. And thank you, Martin, again for the bits. You're just teasing that hype train, aren't you? I know what you're like. Oh, speak of the devil and he shall appear. Welcome in, Light Wraith. You've been lurking while watching math. No worries. No worries. That is completely understandable. But welcome in. Enjoy the sub. Anyone who is subscribed gets highlights during the ad breaks, so you get some funny bits from past streams. Absolute mad people. Why would you do that? Hope it helps on stream away. Absolutely. Every little absolutely helps. And I don't mention this a lot, but anything that we do get for the channel is going to go back to the channel, because I would like to get rid of this 720p webcam at some point and have something a bit nicer, so we can chat and say nice things and do nice things. Yeah, that's literally my face right now. You know what I will do? Let's see if I can do the big one. Where is it? There we go. That's my face when stuff like that happens. Literally just... Right, what were we doing? We were going through a big gear. Right, we've got a new age here now. Oh, we should probably read the book related to the age, actually, before we get completely lost and out of context. Right, so this one's got a big gear on it, so I think that might be it. I gave up. Doubt I'll get reviewed with that many channels. Yeah, Priest kind of came in earlier and said the same thing. I mean, you know, most of us have had some channel reviews in the past, but I was kind of really wanting Priests to be reviewed, because I know I don't think Priest has been reviewed previously. But yeah, it's a bit weird that additional people are still allowed to sign up when there was already such a big list, because it just lowers the chances for everyone, which, I don't know, that seems a little bit cruel in my book. Yeah, you got picked as one of the start 3 earlier this month, yeah. There were so many left over from that last one. Surely it could have been a case of no new entries, just stick with those existing ones, because I think they were like 30 odd or something like that. But, you know, it is what it is. I don't make the rules. I just comment on them. Right, let's read this book. Let's see what this mechanical age is all around. So, this is the part where I need your voice acting, Martin. Before arriving in this age, I was determined that it would be a journey to a world very different from my previous adventures, and it was. The sky here is dark and grey, and incessantly displays flashes of lightning in the distance. I met a very old man with a long beard and hair that hangs to his waist. Thought we were talking about you, Light Wraith, then. I mean that in the nicest way possible, by the way. Yeah, basically your only hope. I'll reset for the next one, and around we go. Aye. He is very feeble and has trouble even moving. This man has obviously been through many things in this strange world, and I have learned many things from him. He has told me an interesting story of this world's history. Years ago, he told me, there was a beautiful city that rose up out of the water. It housed many people inside its walls, and the people had everything they wished for. Whoa, what happened there? Oh, there is a hype chest. Everybody click the hype chest button. I think we get fancy emotes and stuff. Open. Okay. That's iconic emote. Interesting. Choo choo. There you go, Buck. There's the emote you've unlocked for everyone. And Martin as well, contributing. Oh god, I've lost my page. I've lost where I was. Right, years ago, he told me there was a beautiful city that rose up out of the water. It housed many people inside its walls, and the people had everything they wished for. The city was surrounded by 3 high hills, which rose higher than the city. On the east hill of the city rested a large lookout post. The people of the city had constructed the post expecting visitors to arrive from the east. The people had no means of travelling on the water, which forced them to merely wait for friend or foe. I think math isn't always focusing enough on the review at hand as well. Doesn't get through a lot. Yeah. What emote? So you should have got a little pop-up somewhere saying Hype Train Chest or something like that. I don't know if you're on mobile or desktop. I honestly don't know what it looks like on desktop, but there should be some form of pop-up or red button somewhere. And if you click that, it'll get you a little emote of a person with glasses on, a fancy little emote. It's just what hype trains do, apparently. I don't know. I'm still new to this. I don't know how they work half the time. As time passed, friendly visitors brought rumours of an enemy that existed beyond the horizon. The people grew fearful, yet nothing happened. One day, the usually sunny sky became as dark as night, and black ships appeared on the horizon. The lookout post's attempts at peace were turned away, and the sentries there were easily overwhelmed. The ships continued to wreak havoc on the city, apparently destroying everyone and everything. After the foundations of the city were destroyed, the city sunk deep into the ocean, and only the lookout post remained. The black ships sailed away. The man continued to say that 8 people had hidden and managed to survive through the attack. In the 9 years since the attack, 2 of the survivors had died. He also said that it was rumoured that 10 years from the attack, the enemy would return to finish the destruction they had started so long ago. Hey, found it. Nice. I have decided, since hearing the man's story, it would be admirable to save this civilization and stop the enemy's plan of destruction. I am excited about the adventure that awaits me, and an idea has sparked in my mind to provide the needed defence for these people. I met the remaining survivors today, and I've begun to work on a plan for protection. So we've got some kind of architectural drawing here. And I've got hiccups. See, Martin, this is what happens when I read books. I just get hiccups. After a short absence, I have returned to this age with my 2 sons. They have, as of yet, travelled rarely with me, and they are understandably excited to be here. They have grown considerably since Everdunes, and it is already obvious to me that they will be a great help this time, instead of the nuisance they have been in the past. All 3 of us, along with 4 of the healthier survivors, began construction today. We are building upon the old city's ruins, which will provide for a perfect foundation for our fortress. My sons have been spending much of their spare time on the South Island, where most of my materials are stored. I am very pleased with their intelligence and their creativity. Oh, and their creativity is refreshing to see, as they work on some small projects of their own. So we've got some diagram of a mechanical staircase of some kind, is what I'm getting from the arrows. It has been over 4 months now, and construction is going well. My sons love the world, except for its grey sky. They detest the grey sky, and tell me many times they wish the sky here were like the blue sky in Myst. The old man I first talked to tells me that the enemy is due in 4 months. I fear we will be ready when the time comes. The man reminds me of Emmett in many ways. I often wonder how Emmett and his people are doing. It has been 6 months of work, and we have finally finished the fortress. It rests between the 3 hills, which are now only islands due to a rising water level that the people experienced after the attack. Inside the fortress, I have designed a most intriguing device. It makes use of a technology called holography. So this must be when they discovered like how to make all those holograms that we've been seeing around the game so far. I began experimenting with one on my visits to Aspermere. It will be working. So we've heard of like a world called Sand Dunes or something, which I don't think we've been to yet, and Aspermere as well. I don't know which world Aspermere is. It will be working in a couple of days after I compensate for some small miscalculations. This holographic device will enable the survivors to learn to use the fortress. The enemy is due to come soon, and I trust the fortress will provide... There wasn't a full stop there. I trust the fortress will provide sufficient protection for all of us, but he decided to do a picture in between. Okay then. So yeah, this is the fortress thing he's designed, that runs on a track and rotates, by the looks of it. The black ships have come. Their attack was substantial. Their weapons have been stopped, and it appears they have turned away in defeat. I could not help but smile as I watched the boats leave. Insignia of black ship. Last night we had a small celebration, and the old survivors danced their dances of old. That was a weirdly worded phrase. The old survivors danced their dances of old. I'm sure that could be phrased better. My sons did not understand why the sky had not turned back to its original blue. The old man told them that the storms would never end until the enemy was destroyed. I assured my sons that a blue sky was not worth the risk of death, and they seemed to hear me. I have had a healthy adventure and have begun work on a new book. Once again, I must leave a familiar age in search of a new universe I have begun. But first I will have an extended time with Catherine, whom I miss very much. I must also return to the people of Tide. See, Tide is another place we haven't been as well. I believe in my travels I have found a substance that will ease the pain of their bone ailments that they have long endured. I hope to return to Mechanical Age one day. So Mechanical Age must be the name of, you know, the one with the big cog. Hope to return to Mechanical Age one day and find the population growing and my fortress still strong. Though the sky may always be black, I am confident the people here feel a heavier darkness has been lifted from their shadows, from their shoulders. I promise I can read. Yeah, so, no hints or anything in there, but we've learned a bit of the history of the Mechanical Age and that it's called the Mechanical Age. Oh yeah, so we've got the ship place to go to at some point as well. So that might be the other one. So let's head in to the Mechanical Age. And this is the fortress from the diagram as well, isn't it? With the track running around. Have you ever played any Myst games, Buck? They were quite popular back in the day. In fact, Myst was... The 1993 version of Myst was the best-selling computer game of all time, up until The Sims came out and knocked it off that pedestal. Okay, speaking of pedestals, we've got a weird pedestal here. Some icons. Okay, so that's some kind of code. There's an island over there. Let's head into the fortress. I hate this corrugated metal look where you've got these little things. And this is a bit grim. So we've got a throne. And a dagger. Okay, so this is a room that Sirius has lived in at some point since he's... Oh, and we've got the head of one of the monkey people. So, yeah, we know what happened to the tree dwellers, don't we? Oh, God. Nice. He's got a snake trap thing. And lots of blunt objects of destruction. And he's got a set of armour and stuff. What's this? It's the thing that makes noises. Fortress Rotation Simulator. Okay. So... So turning that makes it wiggle a little bit. Turning that does not. Ah, so... Okay. So you have to do the left one to kind of unlock it. And the right one makes it actually start turning. You stop the right one. Then lock it back in position. And we've got sounds again. Oh, we've got sound effects again. So these are probably relevant. Wait, are these the same sound effects as earlier? Because north was a beep when we were doing the other age. Yeah, and south was the pan. Or what I like to call the sound of a pan being hit. Okay, so I guess this would help you figure out that puzzle if you hadn't already figured it out as well. It's nice to know there's consistency. Oh dear. So he has a cage in here. He's been keeping the tree people in here, hasn't he? That's not nice. Wait, that's a blue page. Oh, is it Akana who had this room? So Akanar's been... Okay, that's a bit gruesome. Akanar has been torturing the tree people by the looks of it. So that's not very nice. What's through here? Got a button. This is a staircase from the diagram. And that's a rotating thing. Ah, so that's a lift. Okay. You know, some of this is coming back to me. I'm remembering bits and pieces. Ah, this is Sirius's room, yeah, because he's got wine glasses and stuff. So the other one was Akanar's. Yeah, look, we've got a little bird. That's a noise. We've got a model of the stone ship and the boat, and possibly a portrait of Catherine. Oh, and some glowy orbs. And a little model of the clock. That looks to have something inside it. That's kind of scary. And the telescope doesn't have out. Some kind of a chessboard thing. Yeah. Alright, let's go up lift. See what's... Oh, down. Can we go down? No. Can we go middle? Apparently we can. Oh. Middle doesn't look very much like we can go anywhere. Okay, so we're now on the upper level of the fortress. We can look up. Oh, there's controls there. How do we get up there? Why can't I go around that way? What is preventing me from moving? Wait, is there like... Can't go higher. Ah, that's why the elevator can go to the middle. Cool. Yeah, some of the mechanisms in this are quite cool. Oh. And that's to get back down. Okay. I'm figuring it out. So this must be the way to actually do the fortress rotation, so we stick that one up. We got a sound effect. It wasn't the pan, it was the hiss. Yeah, so we have rotated it 90 degrees now. 90 degrees anti-clockwise. Right, we are... I'm just going to head down, see where that's led us. And I think we are approaching the end of the stream now. So I will just have a look outside and see where that's led us. And then we will find if... Oh, I'm going the right way. Nope, that way. Through there. out there. Okay, new island to explore. So I will save it there. And then I will see if we have any friends who are currently streaming that we can raid. But if you have liked what you've seen today, please consider following on Twitch. If you are catching up on YouTube, please like, comment and subscribe. Thank you once again for Book, Sergeant Annicley. Really appreciate your support and really good to see you as well. I'll drop you a message on Discord sometime to catch up. Thank you again to Martin, Lightwraith, LA, Priestify for all of the support. Who is streaming? Mega Alive. He's continuing to play Resident Evil 1. So we will do a raid there. Raid channel. Mega Alive is another British streamer, so, you know, support local. I will issue the raid, and I hope everyone has a cracking rest of your day. See you in a bit. Bye.